Here we are back again in Quail Valley with Ian Ross, the butler. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take our Ian Ross here and we're gonna explore down this area, possibly up here, maybe into these forests. Just check around, see if we can find anything useful, because we need useful stuff in order to survive, and I'm not going to torment you with Ian Ross walking about. Instead, I'm gonna stop the recording and bring you back if something happens or I find something interesting. So, brought you back a bit to show that we have a dog following us. Nothing special with that. They can be very annoying. They're generally not evil, though sometimes they do attack you. They take quite a lot of time to actually turn hostile. You can make them friendly by giving them dog food, but we have no dog food. Otherwise they just follow you around. However, there's something else too. We have a mushroom there, but I'm not gonna eat wild mushrooms. But I've seen something in here. We have a mound of dirt there, we have another there, and another one there. That might mean absolutely nothing. It might also mean that there's giant worms in here. Giant tremor-style earthworms. Probably not. They tend to be more common out in the open grounds, but what I think this is a sign that there's a minefield in here. And I'm not gonna walk in with my 7 perception due to glare. No, not due to glare, due to just being, well, having poor eyesight. I'm not gonna walk in with 7 perception into a minefield and hope I spot something, so we're currently here, so I suppose this area of the forest at least will be off limits due to minefield possibilities. Other than that, I haven't found a thing, except for some hunger and some thirst. So let's see if we have anything to eat. We can eat our strawberries. Good. We're not hungry, we're not thirsty. That's something at least. So let's get back to looking around. So we're back here, and this far I've explored down this area. Basically everything here. I've only skirted out the edge of the forest. Found nothing. I came around up here and checked this little finger of forest, and made my way up here, and I encountered this. These little things here are metal wreckage. They're rough and they're sharp, and this is probably generally some kind of military computer crash. And we can see there's a military black box right there. Limited usefulness. You can get some lore text if you bring it to a very dangerous place and are very lucky. But there's other things here. We have a power converter, an MBR vest with ceramic plates. It's basically a bulletproof vest. We have another one there. There's a chunk of steel, an army jacket, army helmet, a radio, rocks not important, another vest, more radios, some hard leg guards, combat boots, and a camo tank top. So let's see what we can pick up. You want to, if you can, avoid running over the wreckage. You may cut your feet, or in our case, damage your shoes. I think we're going to leave probably the black box for now. But we will definitely mark this to know it's there. In the future you can, if you have a shovel, you can dig up this metal wreckage and get a lot of scrap metal for crafting and stuff. Let's see, a helmet, sure. Let's we're not wearing anything on our head, so let's wear our army helmet. Some good protection for head aiming zombies. We're not interested in a rock. A radio. A radio's not really that useful on its own, as far as I know. However, as we see, there are 100 batteries in it, so we can take those out and use for other stuff, like flashlights or handheld gaming consoles, for instance, or MP3 players if we found them, to increase our morale. You can of course also disassemble a radio to get some nice metal components or electronic components for more crafting another radio. And we picked up the hard metal guards, leg guards right here. That's not metal, they're plastic, I believe. Trying to think too fast. They're plastic and cotton, covering 75% of the legs with a good bash and cut protection. They do give some encumberment, so let's just quickly check that out. We have one encumbrance on our legs, and our legs are pretty warm. It's decreasing our dodge skill. Now let's keep them for now at least. Let's see. Combat boots. They get good protection and stuff. However, we're wearing dress shoes. Come on, dress shoes. We're not wearing dress shoes. Now we're wearing dress shoes. They're fancy patent leather shoes, not designed for running in. These are fancy and all, but they're not very practical. So let's take off our dress shoes and wear these combat boots. They don't fit as well, but well. Let's pick up the tank top too. We're coming into spring, so we might want to change out our tuxedo into something a bit cooler. And not cool as in awesome, but cool as in less warm. A power converter. We'll leave the power converter. We don't actually have a use for it right now. And I think I'm actually gonna do this right now to save volume. I'm gonna take the radio and I'm gonna unload the batteries from both of those. So now we have two radios, no batteries in them. We do have our batteries here in spare parts. And then we'll drop both radios and leave them here. Also, as you can see on my wanderings, I found more strawberries and an apple. And I'm a bit thirsty right now, but we'll be fine. So, we should probably pick up one of the vests. Perhaps get those boots as spares. We're definitely getting the army jacket. I wouldn't mind changing into the army jacket. It's got a good dose of storage, if memory serves. A tough jacket with lots of pockets, favored by the military. So yeah, it's got 14 storage and it's got some protection, but I don't want to put it on for the simple reason that our tuxedo is like a full thing. So we'd either have to put our army jacket over our tuxedo, or we'd have to take off our tuxedo and wear no pants. We would have hard leg guards though, so maybe. But I think we're gonna wait, actually. Let's see, in these vests. Now getting this vest, as you can see down here in the little information area, there's some massive protection. Bash 50 and cut 70 on the super alloy vest. And if we make our way down here and we'll check the ceramic plates one, cut 70 and bash 30. So you know, there's a lot of protection in these vests. However, this one has encumberment 2 on the torso, the other one had encumberment 3. And checking our character sheet, we already have 1 encumbrance on the torso, which decreases melee skill, dodge skill, makes swimming harder, and melee and throw attacks take more time. So adding another 2 or 3 encumbrance here will just bring our dodge to like -3, and our dodging is only 2 at the moment, so I wouldn't mind picking it up and bringing him, but we don't actually have the volume for that. I think we're gonna have to leave the vests for now. If we were going into a military compound or a laboratory, we're risking running into gun turrets. So we blinked red there because we were slowed by moving over the metal wreckage. However, if we were going into a dangerous place where we could be shot at, I would like to have a vest. But we're probably not going to. We're gonna pick up these strawberries though. We're almost full on volume, but I'll probably move up a bit further. Here you can see we've uncovered a bit more of the map here. Very little, but some. So I think I'm gonna serpentine my way up this way to cover as much ground as possible, and bring you back if I find anything else interesting. So here we have another little survival note. We have these bright green bushes, which in this case are blueberry bushes. We're gonna pick those because there's blueberry seeds in them, as well as blueberries, or at least we'll pick a couple of them. Think two's enough, probably. And yeah, there are strawberries down there, but I'm gonna leave them because I'm basically full on... Actually, you know what? I will wear my army jacket. The army jacket itself has 14 storage, and it is 12 volume that I'm not carrying in my bag anymore, so now I can actually pick all the blueberry seeds and we can plant our own blueberry bushes back at base. To be quite honest, I've never been patient enough to wait for something to grow in this game. Oh, I did not know about this. Okay, here we have a human corpse. This is a science team. Science IDs, cargo pants, which we're gonna try to get. Lab coat maybe, or not. A screwdriver, good tools. Oh, what's this? Pocket guide to firearm safety, we might pick that up. However, I also see this. It's a mound of dirt. And you remember what we said about mounds of dirt. So we're intending to just pick some blueberries and move on, but we found something else there, so let's have a check on our progress. We've moved up a little bit here, and we know now that there's the edge of a forest over here. The wreckage is down there. And that's our shelter. We don't want to stray too close to this either, there aren't till in there. So let's be very, very careful, very gentle as we advance on these things. I only see one mound of dirt, which could be because there are a million freaking trees in the way. However, it might also mean that there's not a minefield. Don't think I've ever seen like a lone mound of dirt without anything else to accompany it, unless it's like a sleeping worm. in which case we're probably gonna be eaten. But one important rule to survival is you're not actually gonna survive, and here we have more mounds, so yeah. This is probably another minefield up here, I'm afraid. But I think I'm gonna try to plunder this either way. You can also see, well, it looks to me at least like the trees and stuff are a bit thinner up here, which again shows me that there might be mines where there should be trees, but there's also space here which we don't see, so it might just be an illusion. I'm a bit afraid because I don't want to step on a mine and get my legs blown off, which should be fairly understandable. We're gonna pick up a science ID card. You don't need a lot of those, but they don't like weigh anything and they don't have any volume, so you might as well. Here's some solder. I'm gonna pick that up as well. It's light and stuff. Actually it's not light, but you can use that for ammunition and probably other stuff too. You probably use it in electronics work. Here's a soldering iron. Yeah, let's pick one of those up. That's a good tool. Hang on. One quick check. No, we need reading glasses. Up. Here's some eyeglasses. But we need reading glasses. This would be if we were far-sighted and nearsighted. What are we? We're far-sighted, so if we were nearsighted, these eyeglasses would help us. But we're not, and there's two of them. Bit annoying, but take what you can get. We're gonna get another science ID card. We're picking up the Geiger counter. Could be useful. Check for radiation. Empty canister. We don't have a use for that. It would be for various types of crafting. We're gonna get the screwdriver because it could be useful. We are going to see here. We're gonna pick up the cargo pants. We might change shoes again. Don't need used underwear right now. Let's see. Let's get. We're out of storage. Let's do this. We'll pick up the lab coat, and since we don't have space for everything, we're asked if we want to put on the cargo pants, and we actually do. We're also going to wear the lab coat, and then we're going to take off our tuxedo. As you can see, when we put all this stuff on our arms, we're very encumbered. Let's see how our encumbrance is doing now. We still have 4 encumbrance on the torso. Let's check our layering. Here's everything we're wearing, from outermost to innermost. And some other stats. So let's check here. Okay, we're actually wearing our backpack first, then the army jacket over that, and the lab coat over that. So let's reorganize. Guess that just looks neater. We still have high encumbrance though. What I believe is, as you can see, we get 1 encumbrance from the backpack, and 1 from the lab coat, and 1 from the army jacket. And that would add up to 3, but then we have 1 because we're basically wearing lab coat and army jacket, so we get a penalty for that, for layering. Let's check the rest. We got the army helmet, the reading glasses. On our arms we don't have a backpack, but we got the other stuff. And here, this is also pretty important. We're wearing our leg guards underneath our cargo pants. I am going to switch that actually. For the simple reason that if we wear our leg guards on the outside, they're more likely to get hit before the cargo pants. So if someone punches or bites our legs, we might protect our pants. And we could take off our tuxedo this time, of course, because we found some pants. Yeah. I'm gonna do just for funsies, I'm gonna activate the Geiger counter. Scan the ground. No radiation. And just for good measure, let's scan ourselves. No radiation and 0 from items, so we're not carrying anything radioactive either. That's nice. Was there anything else we wanted? Yeah, we wanted to take a look here. I think I'm gonna... No. You know what? Yeah, we'll drop our crowbar for the time being. I'm gonna want to check here and compare. We got steel-toed boots here and they fit, which means there's encumbrance 0. Bash and cut protections 40. Okay, and that's basically what's important. If we compare that to the combat boots do give us encumbrance, and they have less bash protection, the same cut protection. Warmth 25, the steel toes warmth 30. So we might want to use the steel-toed boots instead. However, we'll drop that there and let's see. There were also some hiking boots. They seem to be lighter and smaller in volume. There's less protection. That's interesting. Okay. I could have sworn, let's see if I pick up the sneakers and investigate them. No? Okay, let's see. We'll take off our boots, drop those, and wear the sneakers. Okay. Let's see. Let's throw away the sneakers. We're gonna go, let's throw away the hiking boots as well. We'll go for maximum protection and wear some steel-toed boots. You gotta make sure you're safe. We'll get our crowbar back and wield it as a weapon, if I can find it in the list there. So we got a few more corpses. Actually, before we check those, I'm gonna go here and I am going to mark these on the map. So we can come back perhaps in the future and pick up everything else, because there's some use to it at least. The pocket guide to firearm safety, as you can see, that is blue, and it's a book. You can see it can bring my marksmanship skill to 2. Can be understood by beginners, so you don't need any marksmanship to get this bonus. You need, however, 6 intelligence to read it, and it takes 20 minutes to read. So this can actually increase our skills, which is nice. As you can see here, we have a marksmanship of 0, so this can teach us about guns. Marksmanship is basically a generic ranged weapon skill. Oh, okay, we got some interesting stuff here. We do have some ammonia, which could be useful for crafting. So I'd like to bring that. It's also in a gallon jug, and gallon jugs can be useful, but this is too big for me to carry around right now. We also have a CBM, which is a bionic implant, internal climate control. However, it is also very big and very heavy. So we might not be able to carry that, but we know it's here. This is a network of thermal piping inside our body, which eases the effect of high and low ambient temperatures. So it basically means we'll be able to keep cool or warm easier. Let's see, we'll drop that down here. We'll check the last thing and hope there's not a mine, because there seems to possibly be one up there. Okay, there were not one there. This one is a small tree and it's blue, so there's something there. I'm fairly sure that something is a human body. Yeah, human corpse. I think what that's about is when this is generated, the human body, like a corpse, can be on the same tile as a young tree, while all the items basically can't. So let's see what we have here. More eyeglasses. No, still no reading glasses. We'll pick up the ID. Fit boxer shorts. You know what? We're gonna grab one of those to have a pair of spares. And they're fit too, so we'll grab the long sleeved shirt just for future use. We can grab soldering iron, and we're gonna get the dust mask. And let's see, we're not wearing one, are we? No. So we'll wear the dust mask. Could be good, could be useful. So yeah, we found some things today, which is nice. It's still not even 2 o'clock. What I think I'm gonna do now is I'll probably make my way back to the shelter and dump all the stuff I found, and then make my way back up here to continue exploring further north and probably sweep down west like this. However, I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna do that in the next episode. I will see you then.